and to support the cinema, because it's a cool project, to also support this film. And the film would also get distribution all over Canada, so if you have friends in other places, I don't know if you have friends, but if you have, it's a good thing. Yeah. Okay?
Okay. Yes, right here, please.
Yes, sorry. Actually, I have a question for Mr. Simpson.
Hey, Mr. Simpson.
Yes, great film. I enjoyed it very much. I'm just curious, why you said this would never happen.
Why did you say this would never happen in Canada, Bart?
Well, I might have been extremely depressed that day. I mean, I don't think it's any secret in the current climate that we've got right now in this country that to see exactly what happened behind the scenes in Sweden, it would be very difficult for that to happen today in Canada. I don't think it's impossible to happen eventually, but you know, obviously the times dictate to some extent what actions are going to be happening in certain parties, but I don't think that should stop us from trying to press on and keep moving forward to try and get it to a more active type of citizenry. So, hope that answers your question.
And I must say also that, I think everything can also happen in Canada. So you just have to push for it, I think.
Are you disappointed that Hot Dogs didn't try to show it in 2010?
Well, festivals have a lot of films to pick from, and they didn't pick mine. That happens all the time. And I went somewhere else, not big problem.
Yes.
Could you please talk about why the Canadian media didn't pick up the story originally, what were those efforts, and if you have received a public apology from CTV for this happening?
She was wondering if you know why the Canadian media didn't pick up the story, and if you have received an apology from CTV.
I don't really know why the Canadian media didn't pick it up. I think one part is, of course, that they didn't sue Bart Simpson, for example. If there was a Canadian attacked, it would be a bigger story in Canada. So probably Dole knew well why they isolated all the weight on me and Margaret and our company in Malmö, Sweden. They didn't sue our Danish co-producer, they didn't sue any of our American co-producers, they didn't sue Bart. Probably they knew what they were doing. About CTV and about other journalists, I actually was at the BNN yesterday and was interviewed live. It's a strange place, but and then the anchorman from the morning shows, Michael Caine, come up and said, people tell me that I'm in your film. I got tweets from Sundance. Yes, you're in my film. I invited him to come. And I said, don't worry, I'm not critical to you. It's hard for any journalist to handle the speed of news today and to check every story. And that's why the PR companies are so good. They can sell stories well. So and he said, yes, we should try and make it a better job. Yeah. So I'm actually a very good friend with him now.
Yeah, I'm really curious because before your film was even finished, for many, many years, there were all kinds of lawsuits against many of the American fruit companies for dibromochloropropanne contamination and sterility, causing sterility. This had been going on for decades already before, and the companies have been found guilty over and over again. So how come that backstory didn't come out to support, in support of your cause early on?
So you said that there were a number of lawsuits very similar to the lawsuit that is portraying bananas. Why didn't that backstory come out to support your cause?
I think it's a very good question, and that's the question I actually put to myself many, many times. I think, the story about the banana workers, it's a fight that's been ongoing for more than 15 years. It's an amazing story. Thinking about the bananas is actually the most rentable product in every Canadian supermarket. So it's something that we really consume. But, if it was Canadian kids poisoned by bananas, it would be a big story. If it's Nicaraguan kids under a cloud of pesticides, it's not a big story. Unfortunately, that's why we have hot dogs, and that's why you're all here, because you have a different thinking. So.